Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members of the House. I'd like to thank the delegate from Northern Virginia for this very good bill. This is a very important vehicle which will provide, as you've heard, much needed tax relief to all Virginia homeowners for their primary dwellings all across Virginia, in particular cities like Richmond, Northern Virginia, and many Hampton Roads cities, Virginia Beach and Norfolk included, where skyrocketing assessments are forcing residents to consider selling their homes. Just this morning, I received another email from one of my constituents who writes, "We want to remain in our home here in Ocean View, but soon we find it will be impossible." In Norfolk, the city reduced its tax rate by 29 cents per hundred over the past 3 years, and yet the average residential property owner still paid an increase of $70 in real estate taxes. Compare this to the average real estate tax for commercial properties, which decreased by $250 during the same period. I am a little surprised to learn that the business community has waged warfare on this property tax relief bill, even going so far as to suggest it will leave localities with a car tax-like deficit to be resolved through increasing business taxes. They're suggesting also that this is a $1 billion increase on business. And we know, ladies and gentlemen of the House, that that's not a fair assumption, because assessments for commercial and residential properties are calculated differently, with income being a primary factor for commercial properties. We have a great opportunity here with the delegate from Fairfax bill to lend a helping hand to our homeowners by providing, like he has said, and local governments, my city included, by providing what they call another tool in the toolbox for property tax relief. As you heard, it's permissive. But one last word on this subject. We also have another aspect of this that we cannot overlook, and that is the implementation of this homestead exemption, assuming its passage, as well as the referendum question. Earlier last week in subcommittee, my bill to get this exemption implemented in January 2009, upon passage by voters this November, was left behind for the year. We have one more shot at it coming at us from the other chamber. Let's do it. Let's not wait until next year, even with an emergency clause, when the question does come to committee. Let's move this enabling legislation forward now. It only triggers upon passage by voters. It is important tax relief for all our constituents. This is the opportunity that we can provide right now in January 2009 and not a moment later. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.